everybody, and welcome to our very last craft time of summer reading. I really hope that you guys have enjoyed the crafts that we've picked out for you to try, because I have really enjoyed doing them with you and showing them to you and seeing all of your finished products. It has been very, very fun. So for our last craft time this week, we are going to be making elf doors. You could also call them fairy doors, gnome doors, whatever you would like to call them, because as we learned kind of earlier in this week, those names are pretty much interchangeable. So this is my finished elf door that I have made, and I'm gonna show you guys a couple of different ways to put these together. If you were able to come and pick up your craft packet from the library, you should have 8 little craft sticks in your bag, and that is what we will be using today. If you were not able to come and get your craft pack, if you have any popsicle sticks or craft sticks laying around the house, you can use those. You could also make your elf door out of cardboard. Construction paper is probably not going to be quite the best if you're going to put it outside, but some other sturdy material like this would work. So I'm going to show you a couple of different ways that you can decorate your elf doors, but the most amazing thing about this craft is that it is very much up to your imagination. The possibilities are just about endless. This is one that I just glued together a little while ago. So what I did is I just lined up my sticks, and then I used a simple pair of scissors to cut off the excess before I glued down my bracing sticks. Now these 2 sticks here are what holds all of the other sticks together. So I am choosing to use them as decoration. If you would like to have your door facing this way, then by all means do that. Now, you do need to let your glue dry just a little bit before you start your decorating. I used this glue that we have here at the library. It's called tacky glue. It's made specifically for crafts and things like that. It works really well. If you have wood glue, that would work really well as well. And I think Elmer's glue would work too. You just need to make sure that it's really, really dry before you start trying to move things around, or else your door is not going to stick together, right? It's going to slip and slide. So a few ways that you can decorate your elf door. For this one, I just used markers. Just regular old markers that you would have, and I just colored here. You can do a really heavy color, make sure everything is full, or you can do kind of light so that you see through a little bit of the wood. You can also, with your parents' permission and maybe a little bit of help, you can color them here, and then you could use a little piece of sandpaper and kind of rub the sandpaper on, and it would take off some of the color and leave some of the wood exposed. So it would make your fairy door look aged and older, right? Another option for decoration are paint pens. Now we have these paint pens at the library because we did a project where we painted rocks. Ooh, sorry about that. Which these are perfect for painting rocks, but they also work for your fairy door. So I used mine on this one to make some little dots, but you could also use it to color. They're just like markers as far as like how you use them, but the quality that you get, the amount covered and things like that is so much better. We got these paint pens off of Amazon. They're fairly inexpensive and you get many, many different colors to choose from. So that is how the paint pen looks, a little bit like paint. Now, another way that you can add color to your gnome door is to use actual paint. We have washable paint here at the library. And what I did for these that I'm going to be putting together for you is I just added a squirt of paint, and then I added a little bit of water to my paint to kind of water it down a little bit, dampen the color. The color is very vibrant and bright. But if you don't want to do that, you can take something, a sponge like this or a paintbrush, and then just paint your door full of color. Now, some of you might prefer to actually have your sticks painted, at least with a base coat, before you put them together. So can you guys kind of see what that looks like with our purple paint? Yeah. And that's what I did with these sticks. So I painted them first, and then I let them dry. They're still just a little bit wet, but I'm going to use this as an opportunity here to show you kind of what I mean about putting these together. First, before I do that, we're going to let them dry just for a minute longer. You can use anything on these elf doors. I used a little button for my handle, but if you have stickers, you can put those on. You guys get super, super creative. Look at all the things that you have in your craft stash and little items that you have at home, and see what you can use to make these elf doors really unique and fun. Just make sure that you have permission to use the items for your craft before you start gluing them on, right? Okay, so I am gonna move my camera a little bit closer here so that you guys can see what I mean about attaching these together. Okay, so we're gonna slide this over here out of the way. So I have my sticks. I'm gonna move them off my paper so that you guys can see. Okay, so I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 sticks here. And for this door, I'm going to line all of them up evenly, or just about evenly. You can make yours have a little arch like this one. You can make it have a dip. It is your door. You make it your way, right? So that will leave you 2 sticks here. And see, they're just a little bit too long, right? So what I did is I took my marker and I just kind of marked, okay, I want it to end right about there. And I took my scissors. Now you might need some help with this because they are wood and it does take a little bit to get through. But by pressing down once, twice, 3 times really, 3 or 4 times, working its way through. It shoots off, and then you have this nice edge. It is also possible to break them with your hands if you're strong, right? Ready? And you get this kind of jagged, broken look. Can you guys see that there at the end? And that is also an option. If you have a craft knife, your mom's or dad's could help you with that, cutting it, or you can just leave it long. It's totally up to you. So you want to get all of them lined up kind of how you want them. And then you just take a little bit of glue. Make sure you don't use too much glue because it does ooze out the side, and then you have a lot of cleanup to do before you can start decorating and painting. So just a small bead of glue is really all that you are going to need. and then you place it across and just kind of hold it there for a couple seconds to make sure that you've got it where you want it. Give it a nice little push. And then do the same with your other. Now, I like having the crossbars exposed on my door. I think it adds a little bit of character to your door. But you make yours the way you want. Okay. And then you're going to want to let that glue dry just a little while before you finish with your decorating. So pretty simple, fun little craft to do, and you can really, really take this opportunity to make it your own special craft. All right, so that's all that I have to show you today. Thank you guys so much for joining us for all of our crafts this summer. We hope that you have really enjoyed, and we look forward to sharing more fun things with you soon. See you later.